maganya enyanyi yani na to ga inu mananti anyi makana gị na gị ntị gbogbo ị na-eme mmadụ obi ụtọ nke oyibo na-agba entertainment omenala gị na-abalị ele nke oyibo na-akpọ culture ihe eji eme ọfụma omenala n'ime obi ụtọ dị eji mara gị ebe ọ na-adị FM 103.5 Ogidi azụ m na ọdịrọhịkwa aka na azụ onwe onye redio eji eme ọnụ 103.5 Ogidi ebe ọ na-adị FM ka inume ị chọrọ obodo ga-adịkwa oyi na ikegide anyị pawa.
Listen to news updates on Ebonadi 103.5 FM immediately after Angeles 6 o'clock a.m. and 6 o'clock p.m. weekdays. Stay tuned to be updated, to be informed. News updates, live reports. Ebonadi FM breaks the news with actualities.
I believe that people are hoping for a new Nigeria.
You can as well listen online via mixlr.com/GistFM.
Good evening and welcome to Ebonadi 103.5 FM News Update. Today, Friday, the 3rd day of March 2023, and the time is a minute past the hour of 6. Martin Ipan Shukwe Keze is my name. The headlines. Old Naira notes remain legal tender till December 31st. Supreme Court. It will be difficult to achieve one Nigeria under Tinubu, says ex-Anambra governor. Abga candidate Frank Nweke dismisses rumors of withdrawal from Enugu governorship race. 6 Nigerian states challenge election in Supreme Court. Autopsy shows Chrisland student Whitney Adeniran was electrocuted to death. Lagos government murder confirmed. Hero journalist congratulated after Eli Lilly Loa's prize of falling after his stop tweet raised awareness. Now, details. Old Naira notes remain legal tender till December 31st, Supreme Court. The Supreme Court on Friday nullified the ban on use of the old 200, 500, and 1,000 Naira banknotes as legal tenders. The Apex Court, in an unanimous decision by a 7-member panel of justices, held that the old banknotes should remain valid legal tenders until December 31st. It held that the old Naira notes should be used alongside the redesigned currencies. It faulted President Muhammadu Buhari for introducing the demonetization policy without due consultation with the Council of States, the Federal Executive Council, the civil society, and other relevant stakeholders. In the lead judgment that was delivered by Justice Emmanuel Agim, the Apex Court accused President Buhari of disobeying its interim order that halted the full implementation of the new monetary policy. It will be difficult to achieve one Nigeria under Tinubu, Anambra governor. A former governor of Anambra State, Chukwuemeka Ezife, says it will be difficult to achieve one Nigeria if the president-elect Bola Tinubu is sworn in as president. Mr. Ezife stated this during a TV interview on Thursday. The presidential election revealed so many things to Nigerians, and I thank God for that. I thank all the foreign powers who commented on the election and condemned the integrity of the election, he said. I do not believe that Tinubu, my friend, will be sworn in as president. If that is done, it will be a disaster. But I think this thing has opened the eyes of Nigerians. We thank the Yoruba, we thank the Hausa, and we thank every group in Nigeria for this openness. We are Nigerians, and I think that this is the message. Don't mind the manipulation. While expressing optimism for a better Nigeria, the elder statesman urged citizens not to be discouraged by the alleged manipulations. One must distinguish between the election as conducted and the election as reported. What to do? Some foreign countries are calling for the cancellation. For me, I don't really think that is the only solution because it costs money. How much did we spend in this election? What we have to do is to go back to the documents, go back to all the systems we use and look at the current results that came out, especially which came out before the problems arose or before the stoppage of the uploading. We look at it and declare results based on those results. There is no point going to. I believe this election has given hope for one Nigeria, he declared. APGA candidate Frank Nweke dismisses rumors of withdrawal from Enugu governorship race. The All Progressive Grand Alliance APGA governorship candidate in Enugu State, Mr. Frank Nweke Jr., has dismissed rumors of his withdrawal from the race. In a statement issued on Thursday by his media manager, Uchenna Ugbeme, the former Minister of Information described the rumors as the handwork of mischief makers. The APGA candidate also dismissed claims that he had congratulated the president-elect Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu on his victory in the last weekend's election. The statement read, "The upsurge in misinformation, malignment, and outright fake news against me within the last 72 hours is a testament to the acceptance of my message of awakening in Enugu State. There is also an allegation that I am planning to approve cattle ranches for herdsmen if elected. This is another lie. Their anger is that the citizens have woken up and are ready to take back our state. Through my campaign, I have not and I will not engage in their politics of character assassination and bitterness. Instead, I will focus on how Enugu will have water, how Enugu will be clean, how our roads will be smooth, how our youth can begin to dream again, and how technology will be harnessed for the progress of everyone. My focus is on getting Enugu residents to know that the Okuki Igbo cock symbol on the ballot paper is where their fingerprint must go on March 11th. Six Nigerian states challenge election in Supreme Court. Six opposition-led Nigerian states have asked the Supreme Court to declare the outcome of the last weekend's presidential election invalid, saying the electoral body breached the law and its own rules during the count. Court papers showed. Willing All Progressive Congress APC party candidate Bola Tinubu was declared the winner, but the two main opposition challengers have said the result was and vowed to challenge it in court. Six of Nigeria's 36 states, Adamawa, Akwa Ibom, Bayelsa, Delta, Edo, and Sokoto, said in court papers dated February 28 that the election body had failed to transmit results electronically through sought a court declaration that all presidential election results announced by the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, were invalid, null, and void, and of no effect whatsoever. There was no immediate comment on the case from the government, Tinubu's campaign counsel, the INEC, or the Attorney General of Nigeria, Abubakar Malami, who was formerly cited as respondent in the lawsuit. The states are led by governors from the main opposition's People's Democratic Party, whose candidate Atiku Abubakar came second in the presidential election, according to official tally. Election observers from the European Union, the Commonwealth, and other bodies reported a range of problems, among them failures in system designed to prevent vote manipulation. The observers criticized INEC for poor planning and vote delays, but did not allege fraud. The Commission itself apologized for the technical problems during the count. In Nigeria, elections are challenged at the appeals court, which sits as a tribunal, but the sixth sidestepped that normal process and instead sued the federal government, not INEC, arguing that this was a constitutional case which falls within the jurisdiction of highest court in Nigeria. No date has been set for a hearing, according to the Supreme Court register. There has been numerous legal challenges to the outcome of the past Nigerian presidential elections, but none has succeeded. Autopsy student Whitney Adeniran was electrocuted to death. Lagos government. Murder confirmed. Whitney Adeniran, late 12-year-old student of Chrisland School, Lagos, who collapsed during the school's inter-house sports games, died from electrocution, according to the result of an autopsy made public by her mother and confirmed by Lagos State Attorney General Mosh Sorir Onibanjo. My child was electrocuted to death. Blessing Adeniran, the mother of the deceased, wailed in a video on social media. The post-mortem report revealed the cause of death to be asphyxia and electrocution. A statement by Mr. Onibanjo said on Thursday the post-mortem report was issued by the Lagos State University Teaching Hospital on March 1st. After viewing images of autopsies online, Mrs. Adeniran said she felt uneasy about subjecting her late daughter to the procedure. Instead, she pleaded with the school to investigate Whitney's death and she said Chrisland School denied her request and said the student had been ill, which left choice than to go ahead with the autopsy to find her daughter's cause of death. My daughter was opened up. They took part of her kidney. They took part of her liver. They took stomach contents, which was she was menstruating. They broke her leg, took her bone marrow, all because Chrisland kept protecting their reputation. Mrs. Adeniran explained amid tears. She said that in order to defend their negligence, the school was pushing the narrative that her daughter had previously been ill, citing instances of her absence from class and play occasions when she was ill. They, Chrisland, were acting all high and mighty until the autopsy result showed the cause of death to be electrocution, Mrs. Adeniran said. Chrisland principal, according to Ms. Adeniran, showed up in her house after the autopsy and appealed to maintain a cordial relationship with the grieving family, a request she immediately rejected until justice was served. Mr. Onibanjo, the state's commissioner for justice, has assured justice will be served. He said anybody found culpable in this incident will immediately be charged to court. Now we move over to the foreign scene. Hero journalist congratulated after Eli Lilly lowers price of insulin after his spoof tweet raised awareness. Price of insulin after his spoof tweet raised awareness. Pharmaceutical giant Eli Lilly announced that it will cap insulin prices at $35 a month, a move that was celebrated by individuals who need the drugs to so convincing that the real Eli Lilly petitioned Twitter to kill the post, according to reports. Mr. Maro's tweet was credited by some for thanking the stock prices of Lilly and other insulin-producing pharmaceutical companies, though it's unclear exactly what impact the tweet had on share values. What is certain is that the tweet made headlines and highlighted the high prices of a life-saving drug. He wrote in a video caption that while he is doubtful that he can take credit for Lilly's decision to cap insulin prices, he hopes that the pressure helped. After the announcement from Lilly, he celebrated the price cap in a recent video, writing, "Good work, Lilly," in a test bubble overlay, while also encouraging the company to drop the price further. After the company announced the price cap, Lilly CEO companies to take away the affordability challenges of insulin prices. We call on everyone to meet us at this point and take this issue away from a disease that's stressful and difficult to manage already, Mr. Riggs said. Joe Biden also celebrated the announcement, noting the high prices of insulin in the US when compared to the rest of the world. For far too long, American families have been crushed by drug costs many times higher than what people in other countries are charged for the same prescriptions. Insulin costs less than $10 to make, but Americans are sometimes forced to pay over $300 for it. It's flat wrong, Mr. Biden said in a statement. This is where we draw the curtain on news updates on Ebona at the 103.5 FM. But before we leave, a quick look at the headlines. Old Naira notes remain legal tender till December 31st, Supreme Court. It will be difficult to achieve one Nigeria under Tinubu, says ex-Anambra governor. APGA candidate Frank Nweke dismisses rumors of withdrawal from Enugu governorship race. 6 Nigerian states challenge election in Supreme Court. Autopsy shows Chrisland student Whitney Adeniran was electrocuted to death. Lagos government, murder confirmed. Hero journalist congratulated after Eli Lilly lowers price of insulin after his spoof tweet raised awareness. You just listened to news updates on Ebona at the 103.5 FM. News produced and read by Martin Ifeanyuchukwu Ekezie. Thank you for listening. Once again, good evening. Thank you. Like, subscribe, share the video. Thanks, yo.